Hey, I'm Gus Arrendale with Springer Mountain Farms here on the Cooking with Miss O show, and our great host of the Cooking with Miss O show is Mary Beth Oxentine. So, Mary Beth, it's so good to see you, and thank you for having me.
Oh, listen, you know, I love having you here. You're a regular, so you're just part of the show.
Well, thank you, and one thing that's going to be fun is, again, I have no idea what you're going to cook. I walked in off the street, and Mary Beth had all this stuff out here, so it's going to be interesting to see what she does cook up for us today. And before we get started, Mary Beth, why don't you say the scripture, if you would, please?
Yes, thank you. With the scripture, I want to show you this book. My prayers, I'll write them down on little cards, or I pray, you know, put it on a piece of paper, and then I lose them all the time. Well, now at Walmart, they have a wonderful journal that you can write down your prayers for people and all, and you can just go right to it, so that's so much easier. I had another one earlier, and it worked really good, and so they have a new cover on it and everything. And I love what it says.
Too blessed to be stressed.
Yes, and I want to tell you that my life changed drastically when my husband died, and so everything just changed with the kids, us, and everything, and so I was just really, really stressed, and I had done something years ago when we were first married, and I would do an index card and put my scripture on, and a lot of times after Tom died, I just didn't get in my word because so much was going on. And I want to tell you, if you're stressed and get you a scripture. Go to one of the books in the Bible, start reading it, and ask God every morning to give you a scripture. And that's what I do now. And I used to do it, and I'm doing it again. I learned it when I was in a Bible study when I was first married. So then God will give you one, put it on your index card, and then go over it all through the day. And I'm not real good at memorizing, but I've gotten a lot of scriptures memorized because of that. And then hold on to that one, because if you don't get one day, just pull out one of the others, and you can put it in a recipe box, or you can just put it in your drawer, you know, by your nightstand or something like that. And so this one is really wonderful because it has a scripture for me every day, and I really like that. So this first one is, so let God work His will in you. Get down on your knees before the Master. It's the only way you'll get on your feet. James 4:7-10.
That's good, Mary Beth.
It is. And then here's what the page looks like when you start. Here, this one says stress mess, and it has the scripture for you, and then has scripture, and it has a little thing to tell you what it's about, and then you can write down all the things that you're praying for that day.
Don't you wish you'd kept a diary all your life?
Yes, I was thinking that today when I was coming over here, because all of the prayers and all of the things that have been answered is amazing.
I had a good friend of mine, he's passed away now, but he did that for about his entire life, and he showed me, and he had a filing cabinet, I guess about as big as this island desk right here, just full of his life. I thought it was so nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about...
well, maybe today's the day.
I know,
yeah,
I know.
Better
You're
start.
right. Well, this is what we're going to do.
Okay, what are we
I'm
going to
to tell you that I'm doing another cookbook, and this cookbook is in honor of you and your mother.
You are so sweet. I did not know that. Of me and my mother?
Yes, and
it's
a whole 2 weeks of eating your chicken. And the reason why is because a lot of people need to stop eating sugar. And and actually I'm doing it for myself, because when Tom died and here I was, I had never done the money ever. You know, my mom handled the money, and she was a single mom, and my husband was an economics teacher, and the night before I married him, she said, Mary, if you want a wonderful marriage, don't ever challenge him in the money. And I never challenged him. He would give me an envelope. He would tell me what we were doing that month. We'd all sit around the table and with the kids when they were older, and he'd say, now this is what we're doing, and all like that. And so when he died, and I didn't even know how to pay a bill, nothing.
Right.
And so, I was...
Your life changed drastically.
Woo, yes, it did.
Bills keep coming, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
I don't care if he died or not, the bills keep coming.
That's right. And so I started, there was a thing when my dad walked out. And that summer, we had always gone up to Highland Park for quite a few summers to outside Chicago, where my mom and dad grew up. But we never got to go back again, but obviously it was because of the money and the situation. And she was wonderful. So we didn't know she didn't have any money until we were grown. And so what she did in the summer, it would be hot because we didn't have air conditioning back then and all, and we had a big porch. She said, girls, get in your pajamas and come out on the porch. I've got a surprise for you. And she had made us a Coke float with ice cream. And so we would get that. Yes, and we'd have it once a week. We didn't know what day she was going to do it in the summer. It was wonderful. So when everything happened, I started drinking Coke floats because it just reminded me of those wonderful times on the porch.
Memories, yes.
Yeah, and I did it for my kids too, and they were grown. And so, but I need to get off all this stuff, you know, because we ate so good when Tom was alive, and I tried to keep it up. But then when the kids got married and moved out, that's when the Coke float started.
Well, so, I don't know what you're going to cook today, but it's sure all the ingredients look real yummy.
And I want to say I have a new person helping me, and she grew up at my house, and my daughter was at her house, and she was.
I understand that's your daughter's best friend, right?
Yes, one of her best friends, because there's a bunch of them, and all of them in that neighborhood. And then she was a bridesmaid in Marie's wedding.
Oh, that's
And
good.
so I really love her to death because she's like home for me.
Yeah, like family.
And so she is now coming in, helping
me.
Job. And actually, she's doing a great job because she likes to cook herself.
Putting this out, you can tell.
Yes, she's
put
wonderful.
Out with loving care.
Yes, and she comes from her house one street over to my house, and we went shopping last night, and we did all this, got the stuff ready and the stuff, and she was just wonderful. So
and we were talking before that, but you live in Central?
I do.
Central South Carolina.
Yes, it's right there by Clemson.
That's the name of it, not like Central in the state,
No,
but Central,
South Carolina. A little bitty place, and I taught school there at the elementary school. I taught 3rd grade.
3rd grade.
Yes, and then quit to stay home with my kids.
That's a good thing.
And I'm very proud of Kayla. She's staying home with hers.
I'm so glad that she can too.
Yes,
she's
and
got one and one on the way, doesn't
she does. So that whole group, everybody's having babies. So that's wonderful. Now this is what we're going to do for the new cookbook. We're going to use your chicken.
All right, and it's my understanding it's going to be just a cookbook full of chicken recipes?
Yes, several of the breakfast. It's going to be healthy because eggs are really healthy and people don't realize that. So I have some chicken recipes for breakfast, but it'll be dinner and lunch. And what I'm doing for lunch is all salads.
That's great. And when do you think that you'd have it completed? Or for maybe by Christmas, people could order for Christmas?
Probably, because we've got the new dessert book coming out.
Yes.
And they're getting the covers and all ready now, so that just takes a while. And they're all going to be the same, so it's going to be a trilogy when this comes out, from the first cookbook to this.
Wow.
Yes, it's all cooking simple, y'all. And I need to say something to you too. You can go to the Ingalls in Clemson and get. If you go up front, they have some $2 coupons if you want to do that. And then in Walhalla, if you live around there, the antique place right next to Ingalls, they're on the hill, they are going to be having coupons too for you to go get. So $2 ones if you need to.
Well, if you'll go to SpringerMountainFarms.com and ask for a Mary Beth $2 off coupon, we sure will send them one.
Would you really? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Say that again.
SpringerMountainFarms.com. Go there and just say, Gus, send me some $2 off Mary Beth coupons.
Thank you. Put Mary Beth on there so they'll know that,
So they'll know. If not, you're going to get $1.50.
I know. That's what I was going to say. So anyway, I want y'all to know that this chicken is the cleanest chicken and the healthiest chicken in the world by the process that Gus Arrendale did from, I hate to say the college, but it's Georgia. And he should have gone to Clemson and done this, but I guess he just wasn't smart back then. I'm just teasing.
I was dyed in the wool.
I know you were. I know. Your dad. Was your dad?
No, he was the tech man.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
My mother was.
Your mother was from Georgia.
My sister graduated from Georgia also.
So all three of y'all. That's wonderful. But he has done a wonderful job. And
well, we just try to do it right, Mary Beth.
Right.
We take the best ingredients and grow them the best we possibly can. We're certified by the American Humane Association, the very first chicken company to do that we are good to our chickens. And makes a difference on how you raise them, how you feed them. And it's not just one certain thing, it's the whole package. That you got to do to get to Springer Mountain Farms. But I guarantee it's the best chicken you've ever tasted.
Oh, it is, because I prayed for years because I could not buy chicken in the store because of the chemicals and stuff.
Correct.
And my children couldn't eat it. And so what happened was I kept praying, and then one of the Ingalls guys at the meat department said, Mary Beth, we've got a chicken you can eat.
Yes.
Because Ingalls was wonderful when my daughter was so sick.
Yes, and we need to take a break right
That's
now.
right.
Okay.
Thank you.
In the air, a new song is on my mind. The sweet melody. A new day to get it right. Open the windows of your heart.
Here is what we're doing today. It is a fruit spinach salad, and all of the lunches are going to be salads of some kind, but it's all going to have chicken on it. And then Gus, I need you to make the salad dressing that we're doing for this, okay?
I am, and what we've got here is 1 lemon. And I learned this, Mary Beth says that 1 lemon, if you squeeze it out, it's about a tablespoon, correct?
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons,
2 tablespoons.
Of lemon. So we're going to have our lemon here. I'm going to cut that, 2 tablespoons of lemon. We've got honey. We've got vinegar. We've got some olive oil, I think.
Yeah.
And what's right here?
Poppy seeds.
Poppy seeds.
Yes, we're making a poppy seed dressing.
Chicken smells good.
And we're trying out this new grill pan that's by Lodges, and because
Can you get? Where'd you get? Did you get that at Ingalls?
Walmart.
At Walmart.
Walmart.
Okay, Walmart.
Everything
And
is
it's got little grill marks.
That's what. Yeah, it's a
in there.
new one, and it's very heavy. So I'm glad Gus is here with his strong hands.
Okay, I'm gonna.
And then since it's not seasoned, I'm gonna have to watch it here.
Brand new, right?
Yeah, and we put a little bit of oil in it, and then we are going to do a little bit. Let me cut this
I
back.
think this needs to be. It's cooking up a fog there.
It is.
Mary Beth, while I'm thinking about it, I would like to say hello to Clyde Williams. He is one of your biggest fans. He lives in Toccoa, Georgia.
Toccoa.
Yes,
Yes.
and you autographed a picture for Clyde, and he's all the time asking about Mary Beth. How's Mary Beth?
Well, let me go visit him sometime.
We will.
I would love that.
Okay,
We're going to do this.
we're sticking a little bit.
I am sticking, so I think what I should have done is put a little bit of
little more
olive oil
oil.
on this. All right, you've got your lemon real good.
Well,
in
you
there.
can tell that we keep rolling. Just
Okay.
because it's sticking, we're
That's
not going
right.
to quit
No.
cooking.
Would you take this lid off?
Yes.
And then pour your other stuff in there and whisk it?
Okay, and it's all measured out. These ingredients are measured out.
Yes, they are.
And can you get this recipe on your website?
No, because it's going to be in the cookbook.
It's gonna be in the
They'll get
cookbook.
it. Yeah, they're going to get it in the cookbook.
Okay, in the cookbook.
Here, we're going to go ahead, and I should have probably done that before. We are going to
The honey, what kind of
Put a little oil
honey
on
is this, Mary Beth?
That's Be Well honey from,
B. Wells honey.
yeah, and store is up in Pickens in the town,
So it's local.
right off Main Street. Yes.
Local honey.
Local.
I've
And he's
heard
in,
if you
he now is in Ingalls, so you don't have to go up to Pickens to get it now. You can get Be Well at the Ingalls store.
yes, but if you want honey for medicinal purposes, it needs to be locally grown, I think.
It is.
Yeah,
That's
they
why,
say
that's
that
why I
it'll
use that.
make you
Yes, it is.
be good, better for allergies, I
It
guess is what it
is.
is.
You're
It's gotta be
exactly
locally
right,
grown.
Gus. That's why I used Be Well ever since Marie. He used to have it in his backyard, and I would go get my jars with Marie. He's
Okay,
now
now I'm
got a
gonna
store.
whisk it good, right?
Whisk it good. And what? You've got your honey, so you can scrape more of your honey out
Okay.
with this one.
Okay,
So whisk it with that one.
okay.
And then we're gonna slice up the now y'all.
I don't know if the viewers can hear or not, but it's thundering outside.
Yes. And we hope it's not like the last time when we got all
Last time
that
we were
ice.
here,
Yeah, that hail.
we had a big hailstorm.
So we're just
Okay.
gonna put, I would suggest now to put a little bit of oil in a bowl and do it like this because it doesn't seem to be sticking as bad.
And I tell you what, the honey really thickens up the salad dressing,
It
doesn't
does, doesn't it?
it? It really does.
Another thing is, I did put oil on the pan, and I don't know if you can see that it has the ridges here. So this is doing better now that both have oil on them. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but we've got rain
it's
coming,
coming
don't
down.
we? Yeah, it is.
And we're
Okay.
lucky because we have on the studio, it has a tin roof.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so
That's
you can really
right.
hear it rain
You
good.
can really hear it.
Like being in a
Okay,
tin
we're
roof
going to
house.
put this here. And then we are going to salt and pepper it a little bit.
I'd have a little salt and pepper.
I would suggest do all this in the oil, put it in a bowl and do all that, which I did not do.
Salt, a little pepper.
I've heard after these pans are used about 3 or 4 times, it's
Yes.
really easier.
Well, you know, and I don't know if it says anything on the direction about, but what I do whenever I've had a new pan, there's nothing. You don't want a new pan. You gotta start out with a new pan, I guess, to get you an old pan. But I put some white Crisco grease in there, and put it in the. Well, I don't eat it. I just just to cure the pan out. Just
That's a sin
no,
word.
no. But put your white Crisco grease in there, and then put it in the oven at about 425.
Really?
Let it sit in there for about 45 minutes, and then pour the white Crisco grease out into the trash can. But it'll cure the pan.
On
Sure
this
will.
pan?
Yes.
Yes, it will. Okay, I'll do that at home.
Yeah, it'll season it.
Okay, it's not sticking as bad.
It's not
That's
sticking
good.
as bad.
That's good. See, that's the way it's supposed to look.
Yes. I don't know if they said now there's the grill marks are on there.
Now, you can get this at Walmart. And always have a meat thermometer. We're going to test it before we... There. Now.
Yeah, you want to get up to, what, about 170 on the internal temp?
I usually do 180, but somebody...
180.
I think you told me it was too high.
Do what?
I think one time you told me 180 was too high.
180 is a little high. I mean,
That it might,
but you know it's done.
that's true. I probably am overboard about meat stuff, you know?
Well, you can't be overboard too much on food safety.
Good, because I just don't want anything to happen.
No, you just really can't. And
Okay.
again, as we said before in here, you know, one thing that the American people, they just take it for granted, but we've got the safest food supply that there is in the United States.
We really do.
in the world.
I went
said
into...
the United States has got the safest food supply
That's
in the whole
right.
world. They really
I went
do.
into Panero after our last taping, and with Angela, who we both go together, and we went in, and I wanted to get my romaine salad with the chicken on top, which is, I need to tell y'all that Springer Mountain Chicken is at Panero. That's why I eat there.
Yes.
Yes, and so, and the broth there, I get the broth, it's wonderful, and I'll just eat that, drink that. And it's in the chicken noodle soup, which is wonderful, but I like the broth just by itself. And then we went in, and we couldn't have the salads because the romaine something had happened all over the United States. And then when I went into Walmart, they were taking it off the shelves and everything. So you're right, they really protect us.
Yeah, they do. The government does a good job on food safety.
Yes, they
really do. They all do a good job on a lot of stuff, but on food safety, they do.
Yeah, because it is important, especially for little kids.
Very important.
Okay, this is cooking up really good.
It sure is. It smells great.
It
What
does.
about our spinach salad?
We're gonna, right now, I think that's doing good. Let's
Okay.
go over here. And Gus,
Yes.
you've got that already done for us. So now
Yes.
I want you to, I don't know if you've done this here before, but this is wonderful. Let me put this right here.
Okay.
I don't want it to cook on that. I think I'll just set it down right there. You can have 2 of these.
What is that?
This is a thing where we're going to cut the
It's a
strawberries.
chicken.
Yes. Let me wash my hands here.
And you're going to put the strawberries through there. And it's going to slice them into
That's
thin
right. And they're
slices.
already washed and ready, and the stems have been taken off because Kayla did a wonderful job.
Kayla did an
Now
excellent
this,
job.
I like it for kids. So if you have kids and you want to do it, it's fun for them. So you take one and I'll take one, and let's see.
Well, you don't. It's mechanical. You don't even have to do it yourself. You just.
I know.
You just put this
It's
strawberry
wonderful.
on here like that, right?
Yes.
And then-
Well, no, it has to lay down this
Gotta
way.
lay like that.
Yes, it does.
Okay,
Like this.
and then close the little chicken down on
Right. See? Now, for you that don't have kids, this is a nice one, okay? Now, what we're going to do is just put that to the side right now because we're going to have to put it on our salad.
there. Okay.
Okay, now, did you get it back up? Yep, there it is. Did it slice it?
Yes, I think it did.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. It did. I see it. Okay,
Okay.
now what we're going to do is we're going to take this.
And
And I'm
Mary
gonna
Beth
put some
has
spinach.
organic baby spinach.
Gus, would you take that fork and see how that's doing?
Yes. It's still likes just a little bit, Mary Beth.
Turn it over, maybe?
Yeah,
Can you do that? Thank you.
just a little bit.
Okay,
And
now
I said, I don't know if they can hear
I'm going to take this little
over the
spinner.
the TV,
this
but it
is-
is really raining.
I got this from Walmart, and I'm going to put it up here so y'all can see it. There. While I get my...
Got your spinach rotator. What do you call that, Mary Beth? It's
Huh? I can't hear you down the store.
said what do you call this? The salad spinner is what it is. Yeah.
It's a salad
Salad.
spinner.
It's a
That's
salad
right.
spinner.
Now, we're
All
going
right,
to do
I'm
this
gonna spin
here.
some salad.
Yes, we're going to put that in here in our
Okay.
bowl.
Now, and
We're-
I've never seen a salad spinner such as this one. It's got a little hole in the top of it.
It does, I know, and I
And
think
you
that's
put
poor
this,
dressing.
what Mary Beth and I can figure the best thing, well, you put this on the top, and if you want to put salad dressing, you pour
On
the
top
salad
of it after
dressing.
you've done it,
Yeah,
yeah.
And it goes in
And
its holes
then-
and distributes it evenly.
Yes, it's easy. A kid could do this.
Yes.
And it came with things so you can do your. I like to do new stuff.
Okay, now
Okay.
are you going to put the? You just
Oh,
answered my
I've still got
question.
a little water.
You're going to sprinkle the walnuts on top,
Yes.
and the strawberries and the blueberries.
That's right. So let's do strawberries and put them in here,
Okay.
and then we're gonna do. If that one won't open, oh, you can get it in. Good. This one you can just open up and it falls right out.
Okay. Well, I'm
See if that one will do that.
try that too. Watch your finger.
I know.
I wouldn't want to.
I know.
Don't want to.
This one seems a little bit harder.
It does.
Then this one is easier, so this might not do so good for kids. So this one's at Walmart too. But I
Well,
like anything that's a kid thing.
Yes. I'm just.
Okay,
Okay. Final.
okay. Let's
Right.
do some more with this one, and
Yes.
I'll check the chicken.
The chicken's coming right along. All right, Mary Beth, we need to take a break.
Oh, sorry, y'all. Thanks.
Midnight hour. Make a choice to truly live and not simply be.
And we're back with Mary Beth with our Springer Mountain Farms summer chicken salad. It's really good. We've got our spinach in there. We've got our strawberries. It's scrumptious.
Yes.
Mary Beth's coming out with a cookbook, a brand new cookbook here pretty soon that'll have this recipe
Yes,
in it.
it will. Yes, and then we made the homemade dressing. It's real easy. We did it with raw honey because I'd rather have that, but you can do sugar in it.
It sure is good, and thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you.